This is Scott Becker with the Becker Private Equity and Business Podcast. We regularly publish short business episodes, short private equity episodes, interviews with private equity and business leaders, and then periodically relatively irreverent issues that come out of life. Today's discussions, healthcare private equity transaction trends, three key sectors. So somebody asked me the other day, what's happening with healthcare transactions? And this was asked of Chris Hadley of the Denver Medical Study Group. And here was the quick summary that we gave to Chris, and we'll give a footnote to this as well. First, in terms of practice transactions, bolt-on transactions, just the core mid-market transactions, because of tightening margins and higher debt cost, we've seen a slowdown in these over the last couple of years, and we'll see at what point that starts to rebound. But we would say that area, practice and bolt-on transactions in healthcare, still quite cautious. Some sectors doing better than other sectors, generally cautious. And also you're seeing some increased regulatory scrutiny of transactions engineered by private equity-sponsored companies in different states. So some challenges there. The second area we'll mention is medical device transactions. The medical device transaction still seems to be quite hot and still in the right direction and quite busy. And some of that's driven by strategics, not just private equity, but medical device seems relatively continues to move forward and continues to be a high money driver of deal activity. The third issue is what I would think of as biotech. And there's a lot of different dots here on the graph, but the general answer here would be as well, after a couple of years of biotech being slow, that area has really heated up. There's an exclamation on that point with Eli Lilly announcing this weekend a $3.2 billion deal to buy Morphic, which is in the irritable bowel syndrome area, but just the concept of big deals going on in biotech. We also heard that regularly from the people at A16Z, Andreessen Horowitz, have a big health and biotech area. The biotech has really revived the last couple of years in terms of interest, exits, opportunities, and so forth. The other thing I'll note is Brian Greenberg, a brilliant leader of an M&A shop around revenue cycle, did add in this morning the revenue cycle remains quite busy and a lot going on in the revenue cycle area. There's still a lot of bolt-on and add-on activities going on and people trying to aggregate revenue cycle companies. So thank you to Brian Greenberg for that note. So that's three notes plus a footnote. I'll also take a moment to thank Cosette Benjamin on the research side, Chanel Bunger on the production side for helping with the Becker Private Equity and Business Podcast. To our audience, anytime you'd like, text me a suggestion on an episode, a topic in the area, or a person to interview or a person to profile, 773-766-5322, and we'd love to hear your suggestions. Thank you very, very much.